this is my son, who when he first became famous said that I was dead.
I can relate. I used to say my dad was dead.
Right,
relate.
and then it went from I'm dead to us back.
Mad. Did you crack though?
What the f am I gonna smoke crack for?
You ever talked to him since?
Nah, I ain't talked to him since I was probably like heard his voice, like talked to him on the phone. I probably ain't talked to him since I was like 12.
You interested?
Not really, cause it's like I'm a man now.
What if the story you've always believed about 21 Savage's beginnings was entirely fabricated? Imagine this. A father in London watches his son rise to worldwide fame while that same son tells the public his father is dead, a supposed addict who abandoned him. This is the shocking twist about to rock hip-hop. Kevin Emmons, 21 Savage's biological father, has now come forward with evidence that he says unravels years of deception. He's brought phone logs, bank statements, and detailed stories that flip the narrative 21 has built from the start. Kevin claims he was a constant presence for his son's first 7 years, covering all expenses, only to be wiped completely from his son's life story. With the streets talking, the internet in chaos, and some jaw-dropping proof on the table, you'll want to stick around till the end if you're looking for the real truth behind one of rap's biggest family mysteries, and to see how a father is accusing his own son of lying to millions. What you're going to hear changes everything. But first, let's rewind to where it really began. 21 Savage, born Shia bin Abraham Joseph, actually entered the world in London in 1992. His dad, Kevin Emmons, is from Brixton in South London, a place he's lived his whole life. Kevin says music was in his blood from the jump. Breakdancing, graffiti, DJing, rapping, dancing. He even appeared on BBC shows back in the day, performing dance routines and featuring in anti-smoking hip-hop videos. Kevin describes being raised with tight-knit, strict values. As the youngest of 6, he couldn't step out of line. His mom, dad, brothers, and
He's going into another country. Yeah, he's going to a totally different country. Not by my choice, right? That's not my choice. First of all, that's not my choice. Why is he going to America? Why is he going to America? He's going to America, yeah? His mum is now married to his now stepdad, yeah? So they're going for a fresh start. Who says he needs a fresh start? She needs the fresh start. He don't need no fresh start. What he needs is what he's had already.
now, Kevin's account gets incredibly detailed, and it clashes totally with what 21 has said publicly. According to Kevin, for the first 7 years of 21's life, he was deeply involved. Every single weekend after work on Friday, he'd drive to pick up his son and bring him back to his mother's house, where all the cousins and family gathered. School holidays, Easter, summer breaks, Christmas, minus 21 spent them with his father's side. Kevin also remembers 21 being unusually sharp as a kid. He tells a story of walking down the street when little 21 asked, "Dad, why are you smoking? You could die sooner and I don't want you to die." That's a heavy thing for a small child to say. Kevin says 21 was always thrilled to be with his dad's family, happy, clever, and sometimes even annoyingly smart.
I love my son, yeah? I love my son.
What do you want? Do you want a relationship with him? Do you want to see him? Do you want him? Do you get what I'm trying to? What do you want?
I want him to pick up the phone and talk to me. That's
Yeah,
all I
like,
want.
what do you like? Don't.
That's it.
But Kevin says the mother's agenda kept surfacing. Every single time he picked up his son, she'd ask the same thing. "We're going to America. You can still come with us." Even after their split, she kept pushing for Kevin to leave his life in London and follow them. He points out that this demand was why they broke up in the first place, so why keep asking? The breaking point came when 21 was 7. Kevin remembers it vividly. A Sunday burned into his memory. When he dropped 21 off, the mother gave him an ultimatum. "We're leaving Monday. You can either keep him here, come with us, or I'll send him back every 6 months." Kevin knew she wouldn't really leave 21 behind, and he saw his son was a mama's boy who couldn't be apart from her. So he made what felt like the only sensible choice. Let 21 go with his mother, but keep the connection alive with regular visits, just like their weekend routine for the past 7 years. He agreed to the 6-month plan, thinking it would offer his son stability. What Kevin didn't realize was that moving to Atlanta would reshape his son's life in tragic ways. Arriving in America at age 7, 21 had to adapt to a whole new world. He started school, tried to fit in with new kids, and even faked an accent because classmates mocked his British tone. On his very first day, they teased him for how he talks so. 21 fought one of the bullies and earned the nickname Taekwondo Kid.
I got in a fight on the first day of school. Oh God.
From the jump?
Yeah, they was used to tease me. Like I went to Donnell Elementary. That was the first elementary school I went to.
Okay.
So I get on the bus or whatever, they making fun of me on the way to school.
Okay.
So we get on the bus to go home, they making fun of me on the way home.
Okay.
It's like one of the older dudes like his little brother was the main one. So the older brother was said something like, basically like, shit, fight him. So we get off the bus, I beat him up. So all the girls, they run and tell my mama.
Okay.
At the door. So
Your sisters?
No,
kids in the neighborhood.
Kids in the neighborhood.
Okay.
So they run, they tell my mama, cause they started, I really was kicking a lot. They started calling me Taekwondo kid. On my mama. It's a true story on my mama.
At first, 21 was a standout student. He won spelling bees and math competitions in the same year. But as he grew older, he realized his immigration status blocked him from college or decent jobs, no matter how well he did in school. That realization led him to start skipping classes, and by 13, he was selling drugs. Things escalated when 21 brought a gun to school. There were guys from another neighborhood targeting him, and his crew was older and in high school, so he felt unprotected. He hid the gun during in-school suspension but got caught on camera. Another student snitched, and 21 was on probation by 8th grade. Even with good behavior, he was later kicked out over a bus incident where kids were acting up. Though he wasn't participating, some girls pointed him out as a troublemaker. When his mother found out, she grounded him for the first time, locking him in to watch his younger siblings. But 21 kept sneaking out. His cousin eventually told his mom about him stealing cars for joyrides, leading to more punishment. This cycle of rebellion and street life continued until his 21st birthday, when everything changed forever. Here's where Kevin's story turns heartbreaking, and where he says the lies pile up. The mother promised 21 would return to London every 6 months. In 23 years, Kevin says 21 came back exactly once in 2005. Just one time in over 2 decades. Kevin even paid for 21, his sister and his mother to visit in 2005 because he was desperate to see his son. But Kevin didn't just wait around. He called regularly every couple of days at first. He'd call when 21 was at his mother's so he could speak to everyone. Because Kevin understood a child's bonds extend beyond parents to grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. He was trying to keep all those connections alive for his son. The phone situation gets messy. Kevin says when 21 needed a phone, he agreed to pay for it so they could talk directly, without going through the mother. Kevin was covering international plans, spending $20, $25, sometimes up to $100 a month on bills. But here's the catch. 21 never called him. Not once. Kevin was paying for a phone his son never used to reach out.
Right, I got you this phone. It's so that you could phone me and I can phone you. 5th month, $100. 6th month, $100. 7th month, $100. But you're not even phoning me. Why am I spending all this money on this phone and you can't even punch in my numbers, one, call me and hang up the phone so that I know I can call you back?
You know what it is?
Did you have this conversation with him?
I had this conversation with him plenty of times.
Kevin says he had this talk with 21 multiple times. The reason I got you this phone is so you can call me, and I can call you back. Just call once and hang up so I know it's okay to ring you. But it never happened. Eventually, Kevin stopped paying for the phone date, which 21 later used against him. Kevin also reveals he visited America in 2004 to see 21, showing he tried to maintain their bond. He paid for 21's first court case when he got into trouble. Kevin was sending money regularly, and he points out every transfer had his name as a reference, so bank records should prove his support. Now, let's break down the lies Kevin is calling out. First, when 21 first blew up, he told people his father was dead. Kevin was very much alive in London, watching his son tell the world he didn't exist. Can you imagine that feeling? Kevin describes going to the chip shop and seeing his own face in newspaper spreads when 21 was arrested by ICE.
I just want a phone. Like, just send me $100 a month, bro, so I can have me a little Metro. You know what I'm saying? I'm in middle school now. Everybody got phones and shit. He ain't want, like, he sent $100 and then he just stopped sending the shit type shit. So I started selling weed to get me a phone, shit like that. But I ain't gonna lie, I used to be hurt by that shit. Like, damn, why my daddy won't fuck with me? You know what I'm saying? But then as I got older, it was just like, really, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? I get out here on my own. I'm a grown man now.
But when he wanted to tell his side, no press cared. Then the story shifted from "my dad is dead" to "my dad smokes that stuff." Kevin addresses this directly, clearly hurt. Asked if he ever used substances, He responds with genuine pain and confusion. He says back in the day there might have been peer pressure, but he never went down that path because people around him steered him away. Kevin stresses he was raised with strong family values. The youngest of 6, he couldn't step out of line with his whole family watching. The last person he wanted to upset was his father, so bringing trouble home would have been like suicide. The addiction accusation cuts deep because Kevin sees it as his son using his platform to destroy his character. Here's a man who worked regular jobs. He mentions the post office and working with his father, who tried to maintain a relationship across an ocean, only to be labeled an addict by his own child.
Me losing my son is bad enough, but to lose my brethren along the way, and then I've made it and I can't bring them with me, and everything I used to dream about that we was gonna do, I can't do it with them.
I really hope everything works out for the best. Honestly, do you know what I mean? I can see that it hurts you a lot. I really do hope that.
It hurts me for the fact that it's all the interviews he done after when I was in my worst state. That's what hurts me. It's after the loss, then came all the my dad this, my dad that, my dad this, my dad that. Man, have some empathy. I just lost your brother. There's no reason to put me down even more.
Kevin also clears up the confusion about 21's stepfather, who some thought was his biological dad because of old photos. Kevin states firmly that he's the biological father and always has been. One of the most controversial moments is the shooting on 21's 21st birthday in 2013. Kevin's version directly contradicts 21's interviews. The shooting happened during a triple celebration, minus 21's birthday, his friend Johnny's birthday, and a relative's birthday, all on the same day. They'd planned to book a hotel. Johnny called because his car speaker blew and he knew 21 had a car with speakers in the trunk. When they met up, Johnny suggested they run errands in 21's car. That's when 2 gangsters tried to kill them. One jumped in the back seat and said, "Get up," while another stood outside. In the struggle, 21 was shot 6 times, twice in the arm and once in the collarbone, neck, hand, and finger. Johnny died from the first bullet. 21 heard one shooter was paralyzed, but isn't sure about the other.
Tell me how you got shot.
I'm with my best friend. We in the car. It's my birthday. Somebody open the back door like, "Draw down." He didn't say nothing. He just bought a whole bunch of shots go off. I end up shot. He end up dead. Another one of them end up shot. I get out the car, run, knock on somebody's door, but I can't move this arm. Like, this arm over with. So I can't come to the door. I run back to the car, grab my phone. Police pull up. I get out the car and I start walking towards police. Police draw down. I'm like, "Look, bro, I just got shot in this arm. I can't put this arm in the air. I can only put this arm in the air." Ambulance pull up. They put me on the stretcher, cut my clothes off. After that, that's just changed them. That's when I really started rapping.
This was another brutal loss for 21, who'd already lost his close friend Larry 2 years earlier. Kevin says when he heard his son was shot, he was at work and broke down crying. His wife asked what he'd do, and Kevin says he called 21 first to ask what his son wanted. When he got 21 on the phone, who was on methadone, which Kevin notes is a truth serum, he asked if he should come to America or what 21 needed. But here's the complication. Kevin says 21 told him no. He didn't want his father to come. Yet 21 has said in interviews his father never tried to come, never showed up at the hospital, and that any real dad would fly out immediately if his son was shot.
People say you should have just went out there.
Just go.
What hospital was he in?
Find out when you get there.
From who?
From the papers, probably. He's famous, isn't it?
No, this was before he's famous.
Before. Yeah, but you find out, man. Come on, man.
From who? This is Atlanta. Who?
The same way you phoned him. If you texted him, say, "I'm in the airport, blood." Or do you get what I'm trying to say? It's a bit different, innit? I'm in America. Come on, man.
Kevin's defense is practical but cold. He didn't know what hospital 21 was in, didn't have an address, and couldn't just fly to Atlanta to wander around looking. He also points out he had 4 other kids in London at the time, including a 6-year-old being diagnosed with autism. He couldn't abandon them to fly to America indefinitely. The most heartbreaking part may be 2020. Kevin's other son, Terrell, minus 21's younger brother, was stabbed to death in London at 27. This tragedy led to Kevin and 21 speaking for the first time in years. Kevin describes it as bittersweet. He loved talking to his son again, but hated that it took his other son's death to make it happen.
It hurts me for the fact that it's all the interviews he done after when I was in my worst state. That's what hurts me. It's after the loss, then came all the my dad this, my dad that, my dad this, my dad that. Man, have some empathy. I just lost your brother. There's no reason to put me down even more.
Kevin was literally dealing with his son's body under a white sheet at 7 a.m. when 21 called. He told him, "I love speaking to you, but I hate why it's happening. You're only talking to me because he's gone." They spoke for 2 weeks, and during that time, Kevin even met his grandsons over FaceTime, though he couldn't meet his granddaughter because the mother wouldn't allow it. 21 invited his father to visit him in America, and Kevin was ready to go. It meant everything because the invite came straight from his son. But then something shifted. Kevin mentions 21 texted him about $10, claiming Kevin never sent him $10 when he needed it. Kevin's response: if 21 wanted $10, he would have sent it, and 21 should check his mother's bank account because every transfer had Kevin's name on it. After that text, 21 cut contact again. Kevin saw on Instagram that 21 was in the Dominican Republic with a girl, so he figured he'd wait until after the trip to reconnect, but 21 never reached back out.
At that point in time, did you think about putting everything else aside and try to reestablish a relationship with the father?
I did, and we got on the phone, and he started doing some things that rubbed me the wrong way. Like just asking me for shit, like too early. And like, I kind of like fell back. And then like, you know, like when I do interviews, these questions come up and I'm truthful. So I think that might have rubbed him the wrong way.
Kevin points out 21 couldn't leave the U.S. due to his immigration case, but the Dominican Republic counted as part of America for travel. Kevin makes serious accusations about what he calls parental alienation. He claims that from age 4, 21's mother tried to get him to call his stepfather dad, in Hebrew, Abu. Kevin says 21 resisted, but his mother kept pushing the idea that the stepfather was more of a father than Kevin. This is where Kevin digs into family psychology. He says when parents split, the father is often expected to do more to keep the bond, while the mother stays in the same house with the child daily. Kevin argues this creates an unfair dynamic where fathers can never catch up or meet the mother's demands. Kevin also notes 21 doesn't speak to anyone on his father's side, not grandparents, aunts, uncles, or cousins. When Terrell died, Kevin says 21 had finally reached out to him on his birthday and got a reply, but it was too late to build a real bond. The pattern Kevin describes is one where the mother systematically cut 21 off from his entire paternal family, erasing a whole side of his heritage. This goes beyond custody. It's about deleting family history. Kevin also addresses how 21's music career has been built partly on lies about their relationship. He says he could have exposed 21 as an undocumented immigrant years ago when he got famous but chose not to protect his son's career. Kevin says he's proud of 21's success and happy his grandkids will be secure. But he's hurt by how 21 has used his platform to spread falsehoods about their past.
Me and my daddy in like a weird place because he got his side of how he look at it. I got my side of how I look at it. Like I kind of understand, like, okay, if your child moved to another country, it's kind of hard type shit. But from a child point of view, all I can do is go off the emotion that I felt as a child. Like I can't tell you how I would feel about it as an adult.
Right.
Because the hurt come from when I was a child. You feel what I'm saying?
What hurt especially was 21 releasing music after Terrell's death that still disparaged Kevin while Kevin was grieving. Kevin mentions a lyric where 21 rapped, "My mama broke, my daddy broke my mama's heart when she carried me," and Kevin stopped listening to his son's music after that. He felt 21 was airing 28-year-old relationship drama that should have stayed in the past. Kevin also highlights the irony of 21's success. Here's someone who says his father wasn't there, but now 21 can't do normal dad things with his own kids because of his fame and the gangster image he's built. Kevin asks, how do you take your kids to the park or the corner store when you've spent years telling the world you're a gangster? He notes 21 needs security everywhere and can't move freely because of the persona he's created. Kevin stresses money can't fix everything. Yes, 21 can buy better cars and houses, but he's lost so many friends. Larry, Johnny, Terrell, others. Kevin wishes 21 didn't have to go through hell to get here, and wishes he could bring back all the people he's lost. The core of Kevin's message is communication. He says relationships are built on talking, and if you can't connect by phone, being in person won't help. He's tried to communicate with his son for over 20 years, but it takes 2. So there it is. Kevin Emmon's side paints a totally different picture of 21 Savage's childhood. According to Kevin, he was a present father for the first 7 years, tried to stay connected across oceans, paid for calls and visits, and has been lied about for years. The question remains, who do you believe? Is this a deadbeat dad rewriting history now that his son is famous? Or a father victimized by alienation and slander? Kevin's detailed testimony, his raw emotion, and his specific evidence suggest there's much more to this story than 21 has shared. What's clear is this is a family fractured by distance, poor communication, and possibly manipulation. Kevin ends by saying he just wants his son to pick up the phone. He's not after money or clout. He wants a relationship with his child and his grandkids.
There's only one thing I need to say, and I've said it to you on the phone. Shea, I love you, and I want the best for you. That's all I need to say. I want the best for you and I love you. I'll never stop loving you. I'll never stop loving you from the time it was 7:36 on October the 22nd. That's exactly the day with time he was born. I've never stopped loving that boy. I love that boy with all my heart. What are you talking about?
What's your take? Drop your thoughts below. Smash like if this showed you a different side of the story. And subscribe for more deep dives into hip-hop's biggest controversies. Until next time, stay real and remember, there are always two sides to every story.